the general routine. So, general routine for the shoulder, for level 1. So we're going to start by relaxing the trapezius muscle, and then we're going to work the deltoid group, and we're going to work what we call the yang channel. The yang channels at the back and the yin at the front, so the inside. This also leads into a seated neck treatment that I do, but that will come later. So we start with, firstly, very simply, as per usual, Gunther. So this is the shoulder I'm going to be treating. I'm going down the trapezius muscle group. It's beneficial to treat clients seated because some of your patients won't be able to get on the bench because their shoulder is that frozen. Actually, then trying to climb up on the bench using their arms may be difficult for them. So it's a good idea to be able to learn and understand how to do the seated version first. Going on quite gentle, then I'll open up with the gun using my forearm, rolling.
And what kind of sports people or just client or patients in general come for this?
I do a lot with the guard lads actually. They have a lot of shoulder problems, especially the footballers, because they have high tackles.
Yeah.
There's a lot of swinging. They seem to swing each other around quite a bit when they're turning.
And is it just the pulling and the dragging and the shoulder?
It's the pulling and the dragging, but also it's the falls. They have some quite nasty falls, especially when they're climbing high to receive ball.
Yeah.
And also there's a lot of reaching out for the ball, which you don't get, say in rugby, where the ball is received close into the body. They hold the body, they have a tendency sometimes to hold the body far out in front of them. So they get this kind of motion and shoulder wrenches here.
Ah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
The other playful golfers, obvious reasons with the swing.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of office workers with stagnant blood because their shoulders are in fixed positions. Okay, so then we do twee, a bit of grasping. So twee, na, like the name. Didn't got much to grasp there. So we take the arm. It's good to get a chair with a step like this. We'll get your foot here. This means you can support the knee, support the arm without you having to use the other arm. Yeah. We start then with Gunther on the yang channel, which means the back of the muscle here, the back of the posterior deltoid. So this is the anterior deltoid, posterior deltoid. You can drop your leg down if it's too high for him. Twee at the back. Here we have small intestine 9 and 10, SI 9 and 10, which are the teres muscles, teres major and minor group, which are involved in rotation. and drawing the arm back as well.
You get a lot of tennis players as well, I'm sure, at this one.
Huge, yeah. Then finger pressing Yijichan to the points. So the location anatomically. So I'm feeling the clavicle here, the AC joint. In here, feel that, Peter? It's tender. And then lower down. Opening up, so. Okay. So you're here and here. The deltoid, the lats are attached into here as well. So you're kind of reaching all that area. So even if the injury's at the front, you have to treat the back. Yeah.
And if someone had tennis elbow, would you treat the shoulder and then go down to the elbow? Would it be a good idea to soften the muscles there? Is there a need to, like you do with the knee?
Depends if you have time. Then I'm just going to treat, so get my knee closer into the, here. I'm doing this with Peter with the knee because he's taller. If it's a shorter person, you may just hold him this way, next to you. So here I'm rolling the deltoid on top of the deltoid. So I'm using the intermediate section here. Yeah. He's already had gua sha. Scraping done. His shoulder problem, he doesn't know it. I'm rolling at the front, so I can do this with my hands as well if I want.
Did you work the outside before that? Now you're just working the inside?
Working the back, now the top, now the front.
Okay.
So I'm working from back to front. Yang to yin. Then between at the front.
This is going to get about 1,000 views, I'd say. Put it up.
Warming.
Is it strong? Does it hurt?
Don't give it to him.
Not gone that hard, really. So, between the deltoid are spaces, tendon spaces here. So we have the anterior, the middle, and then the posterior. These spaces here. And they're good places to treat. So, finger pressing in there.
Why are they good areas to...
Because the tendon's attaching to the bone there, so you're freeing up blood flow to the area, improving blood flow to the area. Okay. And we've been working here and here. Now, the next thing is to create a bit of pressure on the joint just to kind of release any adhesions. So we go down the top of the deltoid here, between.
And you're going down the front then, is it, with your elbow?
I'm just on top of the, just plucking the muscle. It's tender. Okay, not too much, just enough to free it up. And then let the arm hang down and do this opposing rotation. Remember this?
Mm-hmm.
So in the front of the shoulder here is my palm, and the back of the shoulder or the arm. It's like Rofa. Kneading.
Yeah.
And then you have a tendon, biceps tendon, attaching into the front of the Kurko process. So you have the long head and the short head. And in here we have an extra point, Jan Nei Ling, here. So if large intestine 14 would be here, Jan Nei Ling is here, large intestine 15 here, 16 here. Jan Nei Ling is about 2 finger widths down and in around the front of the inside of the joint here. And I just would take the arm, slightly elevated, not too high, and just pluck. It's not pleasant. That helps a lot with frozen shoulder. And then come down the arm. Going so far, which is like Nifa, Nienfa, sorry. It's that kind of twirling. The one that everybody needs to practice. It's a wiping, yeah? So, down. Or sometimes some people prefer this way, which is the way I prefer. Moving forward. It's more like Tai Chi, Qigong. The arms rotated, you wipe towards the deltoid, you wipe down. And you can do different ways, so you can wipe the back and the front, or you can wipe this way, down, change hand and wipe this way. So you can stay on the one side, just the yin meridian. Grasping the wrist, swiping as you drop the hand, swipe down, swipe up at the height, swipe down. Yeah. Opposite way, coming up, swipe towards.
And what are you doing with that motion? What's the effect?
Clearing, like Qigong clearing. Shaking, dofa. Start with the wrist. Bring the forearm. And bring the forearm elbow out like this. So you get the forearm bones. G. Okay. G. Okay, stand up. Lighter. Lighter. That's the most, what most people report is lightness. That's the basic routine, with a few variations.